Welcome to Hoops Junction. Today we're going to be going over our 2016 NBA All-Star Weekend predictions. Our prediction number one, I know there's going to be a lot of birds out there chasing, a lot of girls that they just got their passport. They're going to be crammed up, 4 girls in one hotel room with one bed. I know there's going to be a lot of ATM debits. I know there's going to be a lot of withdrawals made. I know there's going to be a lot of strip clubs visited. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but you know, it's not a prediction because that's going to be a fact. Anyway, let's get down to the events and who I think is going to win and why. Taco Bell Skills Challenge. You got Patrick Beverley coming back. I see they got Draymond Green. They got Cousins in there for some reason. They have Isaiah Thomas, C.J. McCollum. Right off the bat, I like Isaiah Thomas to win the Skills Challenge. I feel like his versatility and speed and the fact that he's done it a couple of times before, I feel like that's going to play to his advantage. And I think that he's not going to mess up on a little bounce pass to a little hole or whatever the case is. Those skill challenges are very it's hard to predict because it's always a crapshoot. Like Patrick Beverley won last year because his opponent pretty much messed up down the stretch and Patrick Beverley was able to catch up and hit the three. I think it was Brandon Knight that messed up down the stretch. Brandon Knight had him by a long shot and he couldn't make a three, and then Patrick Beverley came down and made the three. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's a free throw, sometimes it's a three. It's always something different. All right, moving on from the skills challenge, Isaiah Thomas, we're going to go ahead and go to the three-point contest. Three-point contest is going to be really nice. I like who they got in it. Devin Booker, I think, is going to be pretty good. Klay Thompson's in there. I think he's going to be pretty awesome. Stephen Curry's trying to become a repeat champion for the three-point, which is really good. I like that. I like the big battle war for the champion coming back. A lot of times when guys do three-point contests and they win, sometimes they just don't come back. Same thing with the dunk contest. So right there, I think that the game is going to be won on the corners. And the best corner three shooter is Stephen Curry. I like J.J. Redick as well. I think he's pretty good. But like I said, the game is going to be won on the corners. And Curry, right now, I think he's averaging like 45% from the corners. It might be even close to 50% from the corners. So that being said, you can't beat that. That's way too high, way too excellent. And when it comes to those money balls in the corner, I mean, we've all seen it. The game is always won on the corner. So, and it's the shortest distance for the three. So I think that is going to play to Curry's favor. I think he is going to repeat. He may not. And if he doesn't, then I'll definitely watch out for Klay Thompson to go ahead and steal the show. But I'm going with Stephen Curry. All right. And then the pièce de résistance, the NBA Spider Slam Dunk Contest. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is over before it even started. It's going to be Zach LaVine. He's going to win. He's going to repeat. He's going to do a couple of East Bays, or they call it East Bay, East Main. They call them, people call it between the legs dunk, or whatever the case may be. So I expect him to bring out a lot of those. Unfortunately, he's really competing against himself because I don't think Drummond or Gordon could bring anything to the table that's going to be worth noting. So that being said, I really want Zach LaVine to challenge himself. I've seen like regular dunkers on YouTube. Like you've seen the guy. If you haven't seen it, there's a dunk contest before the real dunk contest. It takes place the day before, and these are professional dunkers, and they do crazy stuff like 720s, 722 hands. They do behind the back, then go through the legs. They go. They have somebody hold out the ball. They grab it, put it between their legs. Just like crazy dunking items. And Zach LaVine has that body. He's actually judged that competition before. He has the flexibility. He has the ability to get that much air. I want to see some different dunks. I don't want to keep seeing the between the legs dunk. I think that has been kind of played out. You could try your angles with that, but sometimes you got to do different things. Maybe bounce it, then let it bounce it off the floor, bounce it off the backboard, then you do it between the legs. Or maybe you bounce it off the floor, bounce it off the backboard, catch it, go behind the back, then between the legs. There's guys that do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I really want Zach LaVine to challenge himself and really knock it out the park. Do the best that he can, you know, because he's not a big name, and I was fully entertained by the dunks, but a lot of people, they don't get entertained by the dunk contest because it's not a big name like LeBron James or whatever the case may be. And I think that's BS because I enjoy watching the NBA slam dunk contest. I would say I actually enjoy it a little less than the one with the professional dunkers. Like this, they call it the Sprite, the pre-dunk, whatever the case, Sprite Slam Dunk Challenge. But it's like it has a little different name, deviated name, and it's way better because the guys they're doing crazy dunks. They're doing cartwheels, flips, catching crazy air, crazy stuff. But that being said, Zach LaVine, I got him in the bag. And as far as All-Star East, All-Star West, we're marking the end of an era. We're seeing the last of Kobe. Kobe, like Michael Jordan, was one of the very few players actually take the All-Star game seriously. You know who else took the All-Star game seriously? Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, those guys. So, he's like, he's the living legend that took the game seriously. You could always catch him guarding the best player down the end of the stretch, blocking people, posting people up. I remember he was posting up Dwayne Wade like hit him in the head or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be sad to see him go. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I know they're going to force feed Kobe because a lot of people want him to see him be the MVP. It depends on what night it is. If it's his night, then he'll get the MVP. So if he's making his shots, making a turnaround, he'll get the MVP. But if he's feeling a little woozy, then we'll see something different. But down the stretch, I'm expecting to see a duel between LeBron and Curry. I think LeBron's kind of like, he wants to go at him a little bit. Or maybe Kyrie and Curry. You never know. Because Kyrie, he has a propensity to do really well during those games. But I expect to see a good game. And I think that the West are going to prevail. I think the little emotional appeal for Kobe is going to kind of trump him out. Unless LeBron James comes through and shut it down. And he can do it, but sometimes he just doesn't want to take that last shot. So I'm going with the West, 144-132. Well, those are my predictions. Let me know what you think about them. Let me know what your predictions are for the NBA All-Star Weekend. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.